Have you ever wondered what would happen if the entire Marvel universe hinged on the survival of a few special individuals? What if Peter Parker was the key to preserving reality itself, and someone wanted him gone? Could Scarlet Witch truly return from her fate in Multiverse of Madness? And why is Doctor Doom playing chess with time itself, using not just science, but cosmic philosophy? If any of this sounds wild, it's because it is. And it's all tied into the mind-bending puzzle that is Avengers Doomsday. Today, we're diving deep into the recent leaks, rumors, and whispers, from trusted insiders to direct actor hints, to explore how this might be the most ambitious Marvel storyline since Infinity War. So let's get right into it. According to insider James Mack, the crux of the upcoming Avengers Doomsday centers around a disturbing and high-concept idea: anchor beings. This term might sound cryptic, but its implications are universe-defining. Anchor beings, as described, are individuals so pivotal to the continuity and structure of their timelines that their existence alone maintains cosmic balance. Remove them, and the entire reality begins to unravel. Now imagine Doctor Doom not only knowing this, but actively exploiting it. We're not talking about a Doom who simply seeks power or revenge. This version is playing an interdimensional game of Jenga, pulling pieces out carefully to collapse timelines, only this time, the prize is godhood. And the first targets on his list? None other than Tony Stark and Peter Parker. Now, Tony Stark being an anchor being opens up a huge philosophical debate within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He died in Endgame, sacrificing himself to defeat Thanos. But if these new rumors are true, Tony's death didn't just end a heroic arc, it created a ripple in the cosmic structure. Doom apparently identifies this as a flaw in the sacred timeline, one he intends to exploit. We're told he believes anchor beings must either be preserved or destroyed to shape the universe to his vision. But here's the twist. Tony Stark's anchor imprint remains active. Some form of him, whether a variant, an AI consciousness, or even a time echo, might still exist, and Doom wants to erase it completely. Peter Parker, on the other hand, is a much more immediate threat. Still alive, still active, and perhaps unknowingly influencing time itself. As the youngest, most emotionally driven hero still standing, Peter represents hope, growth, and the future. And Doom, in this chilling vision, sees him as an obstacle. The leaks hint at Doombots specifically engineered to eliminate Peter Parker, not just physically, but from the fabric of time. Imagine a scenario where Parker begins to fade from memories, from footage, from all historical records. That's not just death, that's erasure. And in the absence of this anchor being, the Marvel Universe begins to destabilize. But Doom's plan isn't simply destruction, it's transformation. He seeks to create a new order, a multiversal empire where he is not merely a ruler, but a godlike constant. That's where the concept of anchor beings gets even more terrifying. They're like fixed stars in the sky of each timeline, and Doom wants to black out every one that doesn't serve his ideal cosmos. The idea isn't new in Marvel lore. Think of Nexus beings in the comics. But this MCU version goes deeper. Anchor beings are said to lock in probability. Their emotions, their decisions, even their trauma, they ripple outward and form the core of each universe's identity. That's why characters like Wanda Maximoff matter so much. Speaking of Wanda, let's talk Resurrection. According to the same leaks and supported subtly by actor hints, particularly some intriguing words from Tom Hiddleston, Wanda Maximoff is not only returning, but doing so with a new purpose. Her apparent death in Multiverse of Madness always felt incomplete. We never saw a body, no confirmed death, just a collapsing mountain, and a woman who moments before was rewriting reality. The theory now gaining traction is that Wanda's demise triggered a fail-safe, perhaps embedded by the Darkhold or even by a future version of herself, activating a dormant spell that scattered her essence across the timelines. This isn't resurrection by science or technology, it's metaphysical reincarnation. But here's where it gets more intense. Wanda's rebirth is linked to Franklin Richards. Yes, Franklin, the son of Reed Richards and Sue Storm from the Fantastic Four, is reportedly being introduced as a reality-warping prodigy. In the comics, Franklin is nearly omnipotent. And in the MCU's next phase, he may be the linchpin that not only brings Wanda back, but reshapes her trajectory entirely. No longer the unstable antagonist or grief-stricken anti-hero, this new Scarlet Witch may emerge as a kind of protector, perhaps even an anchor being herself, or someone who shepherds others. In fact, some theories suggest Franklin and Wanda are psychically tethered, two sides of the same cosmic force. The Fantastic Four, long awaited in the MCU, seem deeply entangled in this unfolding chaos. Doom isn't just their enemy anymore, he's now positioning himself as a multiversal threat. This could place Reed Richards at the heart of the resistance, not just fighting Doom, but trying to map and protect the anchor beings scattered across realities. What makes this fascinating is how deeply personal it becomes. Reed trying to save his own son, Peter Parker scrambling to remain real, and Wanda fighting to regain agency over her destiny. Meanwhile, let's circle back to Tom Hiddleston. The actor recently gave a cryptic but juicy comment in an interview where he said, "Loki's story might be over, but his influence is not." That statement aligns perfectly with the anchor being theory. Loki, especially the version we last saw in Loki Season 2, is now the god of stories, sitting at the heart of the temporal loom. He might not be out there swinging daggers, but his existence now influences how time flows, meaning he too could be an anchor or possibly the mechanism that protects them. If Doom is collapsing timelines by removing anchor beings, then Loki might be the one preserving what remains, one thread at a time. It gets even more meta when we realize this battle isn't just physical. Doom doesn't only wield power, he wields belief. He understands that what people remember, what they care about, defines their reality. So what happens if he starts altering perception? If he not only kills Peter Parker, but makes the world believe he never existed? It's not just about power anymore. It's psychological warfare on a cosmic scale. And that's what makes Avengers Doomsday feel so terrifyingly fresh. The sacred timeline, as we learned in Loki, is already fractured. But Doom doesn't just want to fracture it, he wants to recode it. Some rumors even suggest he's using an ancient artifact known as the Chrono Core, possibly a creation of Kang or an ancient celestial, which can isolate an anchor being and rewind their presence. This tech, if real, could be used to reset characters or render them inert, wiping emotional resonance from their stories, essentially turning them into forgotten ghosts of their own timelines. That would explain why the Avengers are fractured and desperate in the leaks. A war is being fought not just in space or time, but in memory and emotion. Imagine Peter Parker walking through a version of New York where no one recognizes him. Aunt May? Gone. MJ? Never met him. Happy Hogan? Doesn't know his name. And he's not even being hunted, he's simply alone, erased from the emotional memory of a universe that now has a doom-shaped anchor instead of him. That horror isn't loud or explosive, it's existential. And that's what Avengers Doomsday is poised to deliver, not just battles, but questions. What makes a hero indispensable? What happens when memory becomes a battlefield? And what lengths would you go to keep your reality intact? These stakes open the door to insane character combinations. Wanda and Franklin Richards forming a psychic nexus to protect anchor beings. Tony Stark's AI Echo seeking out Peter in another reality. A broken Steve Rogers variant rumored to exist, carrying remnants of a crumbling timeline, warning the Avengers of the cost of inaction. And all the while, Doom watches from the shadows, orchestrating this symphony of collapse. What's truly chilling is how poetic this all feels. Doom doesn't want to destroy for the sake of chaos. He wants to rebuild a universe where no one ever challenges him, where the people most capable of change, the anchors, are silenced or twisted into tools. This isn't Endgame. It's not about one snap, one villain, or one team. It's about meaning itself. Doom sees love, loss, choice, and memory as variables he can rewrite. And that makes him the most terrifying villain yet. As the leaks suggest, this story will be told across multiple upcoming projects. Fantastic Four, Secret Wars, Loki Season 3 if it happens, and of course, Avengers Doomsday. But it will also ripple through character arcs. Every survivor of Endgame now potentially faces a cosmic audit. Are you an anchor being? If so, what does that mean? Are you protected or targeted? And maybe, just maybe, that's where the emotional core lies. We're no longer watching heroes fight villains. We're watching ideas fight extinction. Hope versus control. Memory versus manipulation. Doom doesn't just want to win. He wants to decide who gets to matter. So as we head toward this new chapter, keep an eye out. Every small interaction, every scene with Wanda, Peter, or any mysterious new character could be part of this grand narrative. Because in the world of anchor beings, nothing is just coincidence. Everything matters. And someone, somewhere, is watching to see who survives the collapse and who shapes what comes after. Let us know what you think. Who do you believe is an anchor being? Could Doom actually erase Peter Parker from the universe? And what role do you think Franklin Richards and Wanda will play in restoring or rewriting the sacred timeline? Drop your thoughts below because this theory is just getting started.